Hello everyone, this is Beastly Eel here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the latest information we have on Pokémon Scarlet and Violet. So, I know I've done a video of this before, I believe probably several months ago, but there's a lot more known about these two games that there have been in the past. So there's more we want to talk about. So let's get into this. So one of the first things is that this is going to be the first time ever that based on the version you have determines what professor you have. So this is a whole new thing, and the idea is that based on the version you pick is based on the school or training facility you are part of. Excuse me. So it's got like that Hogwarts vibe a little bit, where you're training to be a Pokemon trainer, and you have the Scarlet team, whatever they're called, versus the Violet team. And so based on the school you're a part of, or the group you're a part of, aka the version, determines which professor you have. So if you have the Scarlet version, you have Professor Sada. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And she's looking like she's in red. Not that surprising. And then on the Violet side, if you pick that version, you then have Professor Turo, who again is wearing violet colors. So they're wearing basically the same colors as the version you play as. And then, as always, the character you get to choose from, very similar. They both have the same outfit, which is weird to me. But I guess it has to do with the fact that they're in some sort of like boarding school type thing. So they have the hat, then they have the button shirt with the tie, shorts, and then the knee-high socks, along with some loafers, and a bag, of course. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Hopefully there's a lot of customization with these characters, so they don't look so similar. And then we already know who our rival is. And I put that in quotations because I don't know if she's necessarily going to be a rival or if she's just going to be somebody on our side. So, Nimona. I apologize. So anyway, she is somebody who's going to be either our rival or our best friend. So somebody I am assuming we're going to be battling a lot in this series. She's apparently a very experienced trainer. She's a great guide for us. She's got great battle skills, supposedly. We'll see, because the AI has always been wonky, in my opinion, especially in the newer versions. They get easier and easier to beat. Although apparently she doesn't know how to throw Pokeballs, which is ironic to me. But anyway, that being said, she's definitely an interesting character overall, and who knows, we're going to be seeing a lot of stuff that we haven't seen in any of the games before. Now, moving on to the next thing, we're going to be talking about the Pokemon world overall. So this is going to be much different than what we've been used to in the regular series games. So obviously, like I talked about earlier, there's going to be some sort of divide based on the version you pick. But we're not quite sure exactly how that looks. So it looks like it's going to be a massive open world. So it's going to look very similar. It looks like, anyway, that doesn't mean it's going to be, Legends of Arceus. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of movement, moving around based on the time and everything else. So we're going to see a little bit of that Sword and Shield in the sense of that open area, but I think it's going to be the entire game. So you're going to just see Pokemon all around, and you're going to have to deal with them. Catching them, making sure you're at the right location at the right time to hunt them down and gather them. The usual battle Pokemon trainers, as always. The battle sequences look very similar to what we're used to. The other thing that has changed significantly from all other versions is this is the first version that allows multiplayer gameplay with up to 4 players. And it's unclear on how that's going to work, whether it's going to be just them joining you, but it seems like the whole story is going to be completely different than what it was in the past. So it's not going to be like a set story necessarily, it seems to be. It's going to be a bunch of adventures that you go on. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to go in a game sense. So we're going to have to see how that happens. I mean, obviously we'll know in November, I believe, when this is coming out. But before then, we're going to have little to no idea exactly how this is going to go. So we're definitely going to have to see how that is. But I'm actually looking forward to be playing with friends where it's not going to be just online stuff. You can actually play the game itself with them, which I think is a really nice thought. And if done properly, I think it can be fun. Instead of just doing it for raids and stuff like that, we can do it for all types of it. So we'll have to wait and see. All right. So now the moment we've all been waiting for. we're going to be talking about some of the new Pokemon that are here. I am not going to attempt to say any of these names. I'm going to use my little nicknames for them. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But it's true. We have the Grass Cat, which I'm not really looking forward to. I'm hoping his evolution is better than what he is now. Just as a grass type, it doesn't make sense for me personally, but I'm optimistic. I'll like to see what happens. Then we have this apple fire dinosaur, Fuecoco, I think. And I said I wasn't going to say it, but I did anyway. Again, kind of about it. Not really quite sure what we're going to be getting with this one. Could potentially be Fire Ghost, because it looks like it's got a skull on its head. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. And then we have the Water Duck, which is kind of like what we've already seen before, but he's got a new look. He's got like that Elvis water hair. I don't know. Overall, if I had to pick out of the three that we have right now, I'm going to go with the fire one, just based on looks alone. But we'll have to wait and see when we start seeing their other evolutions. Their evolved forms, I should say. And then, as always, there are new legendary Pokemon. We have Koraidon, which is from the Scarlet version. And then we have, from the Violet version, Miraidon. Now, obviously, they're the ones that are based off of the covers of the game, but not much is known about them other than that. We know very little other than that, and the fact that they look like dragons, but also motorcycles, because they have the wheels in like their chest area. They also kind of look like lizards too, so it'll be interesting to see what types they are and everything else. My guess is going to be Fire Dragon or Fire Steel, and then we're going to have Electric Steel or Electric Dragon, but who knows? Anything can happen. So then we have three other Pokemon that have been announced as well. Pawmi, which is an electric Pokemon who looks like it's going to be this version's Pikachu. And what I mean by that is every version kind of has their own like little copy of Pikachu, and this one seems to be the one that's it. He kind of looks like a fat squirrel, which I find hilarious. Then we have LeChunk. He just looks like a fat pig. Oh, I'm sorry. I think of him as hilariousness, mostly due to the fact of just the way he looks. He's a normal type. He's obviously a pig Pokemon. We're going to be seeing if he has an evolution or not. I mean, he obviously has Gluttony, where he can eat stuff. He has Aroma Veil. So we'll definitely have to see what happens with him. And then the final one is Smolivy, we'll say. This is a weird one because it's an olive Pokemon. That's the category it goes under. But the typing is Grass Normal. Not a typing we've seen before. Definitely going to be interesting to see what happens with him. Or it, I should say. And seeing where they grow to. And are they going to stay grass normal? Are they going to evolve into something more just grass? Or normal grass? Or just normal? We'll have to wait and see. But yes, so we know a decent amount of what's going to happen. But at the same time, we also don't know everything. And some key points are still being kept in the loop. I'm assuming for obvious reasons to keep it a mystery until you play the game. But for now, that's pretty much all we know about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So please let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you looking forward to these games? Are you not? Let me know in the comments why or why not. And also just what is it you're most looking forward to if you are excited about this game. And as always, if you like the content you see, please like and subscribe below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night.